Hey there, hi there, it's me, Priscilla B, and happy birthday, Aquariuses. Um, so, I am going to be doing your birthday reading for you today. So, we're just going to cover as much as we can. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Let's see what the overall energy is, Aquarius, for your special birthday reading. Okay. So up first we have the Temperance card. Okay. I've been meaning to take this out. It's the Golden Art Nuave Tarot deck that I'm using. But this is a Temperance card. Okay. So yeah, Temperance, big time. Okay. Um, yeah. Oh, and Strength. Wow, Temperance and Strength. Yeah, it's definitely going to take a lot of strength and temperance for you, Aquarius, to get through this mess that has sort of like been dumped in your lap, I would say. Oh, but look at this. Three of Cups. You're celebrating. It's your birthday. Aquarius, it's your birthday. So, despite this big giant mess that's going on in the background that I'm picking up on, you still have like reason to celebrate. You still have to like enjoy your birthday. You still have to have a good time. And it's so interesting that like I find like generally on birthdays is when like the most like cosmic like chaos begins, because it's really like a testament to see like how far you've come and how far and like how far you're going to go and what you're willing to put up with and versus what you're not willing to put up with. Oh wow, yeah. King of Wands. Yeah, like you really do not like dealing with other people's drama and other people's messes. You kind of just want them to figure this out for themselves. But I feel like because you're in the king position, it's a little bit harder to sort of direct people in the right direction, especially when they see you in a position of authority. And so they like want to come for you, like specifically. They are not like following like the chain of command or not like following the order of things. They're going like directly in toward the chaos and causing confusion. So you have a lot of really good positive energy on your side. You know, like your angel, guardian angel of temperance is like, well, like sometimes you just gotta balance out your emotions and balance out the energy and see where that leaves you. And it leaves you with like immense strength and courage. And that's cause for celebration automatically. So yeah, three of cups and three of wands. Oh, I like the number three here. Three is the power of three here. It's a very powerful number. So, you're really standing your ground, like quite literally here. This man is standing his ground and he's looking out at the ocean and he sees the ships sailing. And he's like, I'm not ready to quite go on that journey just yet. Because, there's a lot of options in front of you, I think is the message here. Oh, I also have my birthday girl, Barbie birthday girl t-shirt on in celebration of you, Aquarius. Okay, hey girl, hey. Um, so shout out to all Aquariuses out there. So, I'm glad this is like where I'm starting because I've been so sick this last week and so are my girls. So but I know I need to do this reading today. So, yeah, you're really looking out at all of your options. There's like a lot of ships sailing back and forth, and they all are trying to like get your attention, like join their journey, join their mission, join their, I always think when I think of ships, I think of like two things: pirates and pilgrims. Right? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, um, so yeah. So there's all this whole big like hot mess going on in the background that I feel is just like out of control, and you're standing your ground here and being like, I'm not going to deal with any more drama that I like, then, then unless it's like, my own drama, right? It's like, and let's see what's going on. Oh, you got another King of Cups on your side. Oh my gosh, you got two kings. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so King of Wands and King of Cups. Wow, I'm gonna put these like right next to each other, like side by side. Yeah, these are two kings that are really basically telling you like you've had it up to here with the drama and the, backstabbing and all the chaos that's ensued in only a mere few weeks. And it's like literally just the year's just begun. So you are really holding on to the fact that like your happiness and your courage and your strength and your fortitude cannot be messed with. Like people can try and attack another person and like their kingdom, right? Or their family or whatever, like story time. Let's go with like a storybook type theme, fairy tale theme here, okay? Because that's my favorite. So it's like a fairy book story, right? Where you are the king or the queen of your own family, of your own empire, right? And you have to deal with people who want to attack that. So, oh my God, it's so funny. Oh my God, it's so funny because they're attacking you. And look, you have the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles. You are happily, blissfully, just like in your own family, peace of mind, security, financial abundance here. Like you are not like at all worried or concerned about these attacks. You are such a strong force to be reckoned with. I mean, that's why there's all these people trying to reckon with you, right? It's because they don't have this. They don't have this security. And this isn't just, this isn't just something like you um you have to worry about like losing. This is like a peace of mind and clarity here. You have like generational like wealth here, I feel like. There's the grandpa and the husband and wife talking, communicating, coming up with plans here. Okay. This is real long lasting like peace of mind because financially like deep down inside like when those enemies come to attack you and like force you out of your own home and force you out of your own security, you're like you can try but you will not succeed, right? Because home is a state of mind. It's something you feel in your heart, and the material wealth and the material aspect of it is that's always temporary. And once you have grasped onto that mindset, when the energies are attacking, right? Because energies run through people. So when these energies are attacking, you're like, I'm gonna go celebrate. I'm gonna go have some fun. I do not bother with this, right? Drama. And it's because you're in an emotionally clear state of mind. You are clearly seeing things clearly here. Cannot emphasize that enough, right? You are clearly seeing things clearly. So it's, knowledge, like wisdom is power, right? Knowledge is power, right? The power of information. But we live in a society today where, information is not always 100% accurate, right? But we still have to navigate through that and find the truth, right? That's like my inner like writer slash journalist like self speaking there. Okay. Queen of Swords. Wow. The Queen and the King. You have a divine feminine and a divine masculine on your team right now, like big time. They are not accepting anything less than perfect from these outside energies. Like if these outside energies are showing you very negative sides to themselves, very tyrannical, tyrant, fear-based, threatening energies, they're like, yeah, no, we're not about that, right? Oh, this is the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. Okay, they're both wearing blue here. So, but it's still interesting that you have two kings and a queen because you're obviously protected. So I feel like this one king here, the King of Wands, is like, knowledge is power, right? You have the knowledge and information you need to succeed. And the King of Cups is like, you have the emotional sensibilities to know when someone is being like a straight up tyrant and like being a threatening force on you and your security because they feel entitled to it. They like are like, I'm in a position of power and I can take your power away from you, or I can take your security away from you anytime I want. But it's not as simple and easy as that, right? There's a much longer process to taking someone's like material powers, right? But really, that's not. You don't even really control power. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone's not gonna like, take your favorite headband away from you, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or your favorite purse, right? Like, it's unless you have sisters, right? And they, I know when I was younger, I had a sister who was like, oh, he's trying to take my stuff. But, like, that's not where we're talking about that. We're talking about someone who's, like, straight up, like, threatening your way of life. And you're over here trying to celebrate and have a good time because it's your birthday, and you're like, I need a break from all this. Like, you, like, chill, bro. Like, but they're not chilling. They're not a chill person. So you have Eight of Pentacles. So you're working hard on your craft. You're creating financial abundance for yourself. You are a master at what you do. Queen of Cups. Yeah, and Page of Pentacles. So two queens, actually. Two kings, two queens. So the divine feminine energy here is really like on point here for you, Aquarius, okay? It wants you to know that there are two divine feminine queens in control and in power here. One is a very strong emotional force to be reckoned with that is not willing to put up with the emotional instabilities of someone who is clearly not in the right line of business. They're not in the right mind frame. They're not in the right emotional stable place. And then you have the Queen of Swords, who's like, yeah, when this unemotional, like, they're using emotions in like in the negative sense, right? They're using them to control someone by fear and use fear tactics, and that's their strategy. And the Queen of Swords is like, okay, like, I don't know where your moral compass is pointing or your ethical, values are like askew here. Something happened here, right? So, now the Page of Pentacles and is obviously like, it's like a David and Goliath sort of thing. I don't know if you're familiar with that story, but like, it's like a smaller person up against a big mighty giant, right? You think about that and you realize that just because size doesn't matter, right? It's like you wield a lot of strength and power in your own convictions, in your own abilities, and that's where the true source of power comes from. So I find like this Page of Pentacles pairs up very nicely with this Two of Cups, because it's like you are working with another person here, like to like a best friend or something like that. Or maybe you're just even working on yourself and like your shadow work, like your divine feminine and divine masculine. But either way, you're really like focusing in here on that emotional stability, like that balance and harmony, because you can't really control like other people's emotions and like what they do, and you can sort of talk to them and like try to rationalize and reason with them, like plant seeds of like good advice. You know what I'm saying? Like you can offer. So yeah, I think it's just like about pairing up with the right energy and like balancing out the like sort of yin and yang of your life, because right now the fact of the matter is that you are trying to do the best you can, enjoy your life, celebrate your birthday, you do you, girl. And the overall energy is like a very happy energy of like 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, the Magician, all this light, all this love, all this creative energy and spark and passion coming in. All right, so let's take a look here. So the overall energy is like really positive. It's just like you can never really stop the other energies around you. That you can only really control your own energy. You know what I'm saying? You can control your own happiness. You can't really like control how other people are gonna like treat you. You can let them know how you would like to be treated. But then whatever their reaction is after your request, like per your request, it's usually, it tells you a lot about their level of like respect for themselves and their respect for others. So yeah, definitely. Okay. So Knight of Cups, okay, from the office, Jan, okay, with her cup here of coffee or tea here and her candles. So Jan really, like, she went through a lot, and she went through a lot of ups and downs, right? Because there was always like something going on that really bothered her, right? Especially like the way she was treated when um Dunder Mifflin was like letting her go, and she had to step down right from her position of power and like go make candles and like live with Michael, right, for a time. So but then she bounced back. She got a job, like a big corporate job again, and she ended up becoming a single mom, right? She had a daughter, right? So even though like there's could be those so even though there could be those energies of like, you know, people are letting you down and not respecting you, you can still bounce back from that. And you should, because it's still your birthday season, and you can celebrate and still enjoy and have fun in life despite the energies that are trying to withhold that from you. There's those energies that always like want to make you work, work, work. And it's like, no, sometimes you need to just take a day off. Sometimes you just need to have fun. So light a candle. Yeah, Five of Wands. The two, Andy and Dwight, similar wrestling here, trying to get the manager job, right? And the Survivor episode and in the office there, okay? So, and Dwight and Andy are like always at odds, right? So, there's always going to be somebody who's like not like wanting to be on your team, or Team Aquarius or whatever. But that happens. But you have to still keep yourself in your mindset, like you deserve to fight for yourself. You have that right, okay? Six of Cups. Okay, you don't want me to show that one? All right, I won't show that. Six of Cups. Oh, Nine of Swords. Yeah. Like, the energy here is like, there is that sense of wanting to enjoy the better, finer things in life, especially when it's your birthday, okay? But here's Michael upset because Jan is like giving him a hard time, right? So you have to know when like somebody is at their low point energetically. So when someone is at their low point energetically, that's when you kind of have to say like, no, like I'm not gonna put up with that, So Yeah, it's like a blend of two energies. Like you have the Ten of Swords, right? It's like here you are living your life, and the attacks just keep rolling in. And here you are with your Two of Swords, like, being like, no thanks, like I'm good, right? So it's you're tired and sick of the drama. You're tired and sick of the attitudes that people are giving you. So you're like not, you're aware of it, but you're not willing to let it like ruin and destroy your happiness. Because you have the Sun card and you have the Six of Cups here. Okay, so there is Michael meeting um, Holly, right? And they're soulmates and they fall in love, right? And there's sunflowers here. So while people are trying to plant these swords in your back, you're over here planting seeds to grow sunshine and happiness. Okay. And it is stressful when you're dealing with like these types of energies because that's what they want to do, right? They want to create chaos. They want to create stress. They want to ruin your, like, rain on your parade. They want to make sure that you feel like you're not as equal to them, or you don't, like, they don't want you around. Like, they will send that clear message to you. They try to be subtle about it, but it's so clear and direct that it's like insulting, right? It's like they're literally insulting you. They're like, you're nothing to me. That's like literally what they're saying. Um, so, but you are something, Aquarius. You're something special. So, break through boundaries. Achieve personal growth by pushing beyond boundaries. Break through growth and challenge. Yeah, you're pushing through here. You're going through that portal of light within yourself, and you're like, I'm pushing through here. Like, I'm still creating light. I'm still creating happiness. And you're not willing to put up with the nonsense. Like, you're like, you are doing something evil and you're doing something regarded as morally and ethically wrong, and you think you're in the right just because, right? Like, just because of like think of it as like material and capitalist. Like, you have to deal with like really like shallow materialistic capital people, and they want to stay in this like one dimensional shallow belief system, but you're seeing things like bigger than that. You're seeing things more clearly, and you're seeing things long term. You're seeing things as like evolutionary and more evolved. Like, your consciousness is way higher on the scale. Like, like if we're talking about like evolution and Darwin, you're like evolution up here and like they're like down here. So when they attack you, it's like that's not the way of evolution. That's not how evolution works. Like, it's like the rat attacking the snake. It's like, you're a rat. Like, and Aquarius, you're a snake. Like, you can't, like, yeah, I just think it's interesting too, for sure. It's very interesting to see a rat attack a snake, right? Like, no, that's not how it works. Um, so that's why you hear like these toxic energies, like making these subtle moves on you and your clarity and your peace of mind. And you're like, Michael Scott, like, really? Like, enough. I've had enough already. So, cosmic rainbow, the number 15. Look for the pot of gold. Accept joy. Yeah. Whenever I think of joy, I think of Inside Out, the emotion joy. Like, that's the first emotion that babies feel. So we all start out this way as like little souls, and then we become a baby, and then like we enter in this world, and Our parents are like our first teachers, they're our first role models. So at least we hope so. And then, whatever lessons we learn from them, whatever lessons we don't learn, we take with us when we venture out into the world on our own. And whatever new lessons that we incorporate in our life along the way, whatever ideas and concepts we come up with on our own through, you know, making sense of the world, is like literally what combines us and like molds us into what we grow to become as an adult. And there are still adults playing childish games of like being bullies and um like saying like like playing chess almost, right? But like, or poker almost, or whatever. But like what's up for bid is like they're saying like, I'm gonna if I'm gonna throw your like whole entire safety and security and well-being, like the roof over your head, right? For example, because I know this is like going on in the economy right now, is like landlords are trying to shift um, their power of control and their landlord title position into tyrannical, like corrupt um, bullies. And they're trying to intimidate low income families, and they're trying to intimidate people who come on hard times. And they have no moral compass, these landlords. They have no ethical standards. They have no um, sense of like dignity. And they, because they got this title or whatever, they think now they can scare and intimidate people who are going through hard times and not even willing to do business with them and negotiate with them and give them time they need. And they're just going straight to like throwing them out on the streets, basically, essentially. And it's like, that is so beyond what human beings and people should treat each other and do towards each other. And they don't care because it's about material things for them. So, um, so I think that, sticking with this rainbow sunshine light energy is really key here. And there's music here, um, musical notes, and this man is riding on his unicorn toward his pot of gold. And the number 15, look for the pot of gold, accept joy. Okay, so you follow that rainbow. Okay, like you stay positive here, because no matter what type of these energies throw at you, no matter what type of nonsense they're trying to pull right now, it's not going to work. Okay, it never does work. Okay, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's this Queen of Cups energy. Look, here's Pam with her teapot and her cup of tea, and she's sitting on the beach, and there's seashells. She's like created a little like beach like landscape in the background. So even if you're not like actually literally sitting on a beach right now, you are enjoying a nice hot cup of tea. You are enjoying your birthday celebrations. You are loving this beautiful emotional energy of creating your paradise. I'm getting like creating your paradise here and creating your joy and your happiness. This is a mindset, people. Okay. And Pam was an artist, right? Like by day she was secretary, but by night going to art school and pursuing that dream of hers. I see you pursuing your dreams big time, Aquarius. Like this is your year, Aquarius, to really shine. And I don't know. I touch base on like politics and economics and things that go on in the real world, because like even in California, landlords are trying to hike up the prices of rent because people have to flee their homes due to the fires. So it's just like overall like this layer where people with like these specific titles can take control from people without those titles, right? But I'm just like, that is so corrupt. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just wrong, but you can only concern yourself with like your own happiness. Like that should be your main thing. Is like, you know what, if I'm not having a good happy day today, I'm gonna make sure I have a good happy day today. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what your goal should be. Not worrying about like why these people are being so obnoxious. And that's why I have this energy for you. It's like, yeah, there is that little bit of layer of like toxicity and drama, but you're like literally putting up the clear message, Aquarius. No, thank you. Like, no, stop. Like, that's like enough already. Like, what are you doing? You know? And then you're going about your day. So, the star. Yeah, Aquarius, the star. Woo, that one's feisty. So, the star. Yeah, like you have this great, beautiful personality, Aquarius. You want to put and release this beautiful energy. There's like rainbow colored energy coming off of her. And she's in the heavens, you know, working with the stars. The universe is on her side, guiding her. She's releasing that energy back into the water. And I'm glad this card came up because I kept thinking about this card the other day and like what this energy symbolizes. And I feel like it's you putting good, positive messages and emotional, good energy, investing it back into the source, like back into source, back into spirit. Like, I feel like when you're reading tarot cards, you can like get these messages that you feel like compelled to share, right? But instead, you go down a different route. Like so many, I don't want to say so many, I guess. Maybe it's not so many. Maybe it's like a few. But like there's a few energies that like they get these good positive messages and they don't share them, or um they don't know what to do with it, and they try to use it to profit or gain um like material wealth. And I feel like you're like all about the emotional aspect of it. You're all about the like long-lasting emotional bond between like you and source. Like if source is like, you're chosen to do this, you're chosen to read tarot, and you're chosen to give and share these messages, it might be a little bit scary and you might be a little bit hesitant, but that's okay. Show that vulnerability, show that. And the star is like, yeah, absolutely. Like confirmation, like whatever messages you're receiving from the stars to share with others, right, that believe in the messages from the stars that the stars have for them, that universe, source, spirit has for them, give it back, right? Share your gifts, share your messages, share your energy. Yeah, Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. Yeah, like when you come up against your dragon and you have to fight it and you have to like say like no, right? When you come up against this, you already have and wield so much power. You know, you already have so much strength residing inside you, and you already have so much potential here that you're not going to be afraid to face it. You just are aware of it. You know, just being aware of it is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing who your enemy is, sussing them out, and being like, yeah, good for you. You can be a villain in my storybook. Good for you, sweetie. Like, what's one more dragon, right? So the Hierophant. Yeah, I love how Angela's the Hierophant, but she's very religious, right? But she does a lot of like naughty things, right? So it's interesting. Like you are so aware of these like religious fanatics and like factors, and these people who try to wield like power over you for your choice and preference of like spiritual beliefs. But you are also going to be like, you know what, like everyone is entitled to their own belief system, and that's where the greatest wisdom comes from, is like not trying to push or pressure anyone to follow your beliefs. It's just that's where the real wisdom truly comes from. That's really the purpose of spirituality, is not pushing your beliefs on another person, but understanding that we all have our own belief system coming based from whatever beliefs they're coming from, right? Um, Now, the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. Karen and Phyllis teaming up to go on business together, right? And they've got their hair and makeup done, right? So it's two women. Remember, we have these other women here too, right? We have the Queen of Cups twice, emotional stability here, and we have divine feminine energy. There's a lot of divine feminine energy here, and it's coming up again with these two women. I feel like this is like a power couple, like of divine feminine energy, whether it's, you know, your emotions and your wisdom coming in alignment, or it's another person entirely with their energy here working well with yours. But you are making profits here. You are gaining like material gain here, big time. So this could be career related. Oh my God, Queen of Swords again, twice here. I love when these cards come up twice. It's always like the um, what's the synchronicity here? Synchronicity, okay? So it's absolute power and wisdom, okay? Her wisdom is absolute, okay? She's not gonna back down and say like, you know, an injustice is justice, right? Like she wields her sword with power and strength, and she's wielded it before. You know what I'm saying? And this is like her retirement phase, right? Where she can sit down and say, you know what, like I've been through this stuff before. You know, I've been through this before, and there are these like energies of um consciousness that has not fully developed that are trying to come in and attack you, right? And they're like on the verge of like entering the void. And they're scared. They're scared. And so to make up for their fear, they want to take and project fear onto other consciousnesses that are not going into the void, right? Like ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. The Queen of Swords is sort of like, and I love how she has a quill, like she's ready to write something here. I feel like you're doing a lot of writing as well. Like you're writing a lot if there's a contract here too. Like you're writing like important information that protects you and keeps you from harm from this other person, this other energy that's like not listening very well. Like to like what is right and what is wrong. But that's the thing too, is like you can tell people, but what they do with that is up to them. Okay? Yeah, Queen of Wands, Empress, the Devil. Oh my God, the Devil. That's hilarious. This is such a fun dream card. I feel like the Devil card here and the number 15. The Devil doesn't want you to reach your pot of gold, right? The Devil's like trying to trick this boy and girl into taking the money and doing something evil with it, right, with it. But you are like, no, right? Like you're not a little girl anymore. You're not a little boy anymore. You're a grown ass adult. And when you see the devil coming your way and trying to trick you into a bad business deal, you're like, yeah, no, thank you, right? Like you're Seven of Wands and not. You're warding off that evil, right? The devil can be a fun trickster and play tricks, right? So it's interesting how you're like saying no more drama, no more lies, like enough's enough already. Like this is how things should work. And that's gonna win you this Dundies Award. Ace of Swords, new ideas and mental clarity. Yeah, you have a lot of new ideas. You have a lot of mental clarity. You're very sharp and clever, Aquarius. Maybe you don't get that a lot, but I feel like you know, it kind of reminds me of Kevin, how he doesn't say much, but he watches and observes, and he knows a lot about what's going on. King of Swords. You have the King and the Queens, all of them, basically. Yeah, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. You have like all the Kings and Queens here. Like you have the protection of those like trusted kings and queens, like good, like leaders. Like these are like mentors. These are leaders. These are leaders in their field of expertise. They have secured their kingdoms and their places of power, and even when they're still get attacked, even if you have like all the things that people tell you you need in order to be successful and happy and secure, like you still get attacked because other energies see what you have, they see what they're lacking, and they want to take it, like barbarians, right? Like invaders, right? They're invaders. There we go. That's a good word. Invaders. They're definitely invading for sure. Um, so King of Swords, yeah, like another, and he's pointing to this book, and he's like, follow the rule book. Like I feel like the rules are that you deserve happiness. You deserve security. You deserve to feel safe in your own home. You deserve to have protection. You deserve to know that if you get sick or if you lose a job or something happens to you where you can't keep fighting, like you need to call in your protectors to help fight with you and for you, your team, okay? That's why you have a team, okay? Um, um, that you have a right to that. And anyone who says otherwise, and anyone who tries to take that away from you or make you think you don't have that, false. False. Like Dwight says, false. Okay, the Empress. Yeah, beautiful, loving, nurturing energy coming in for you. This is a beautiful energy that I feel is so collectively strong for you, is that you have a lot of like wise women leaders that have come before you that are trying to pave the way for your success here, and like goddess energy, and like they are strong women that are protectors, and they are like loving, nurturing, kind, beautiful energies. And I love how like there's pomegranates and the sun. It's like sunny, and it's Pam, and she's pregnant here, and she's getting married on her wedding day, and it's like this beautiful, like fairy tale, magical feeling of energy. You don't have to lose sight of that. You don't have to. Yeah, in fairy tales, there's always going to be a villain. There's always going to be the evil energy that wants to, gobble up the children, or like, put a spell or curse on the princess or whatever. But like, you are gonna still fight that, and you are still gonna say, no, right? Like, not okay, not cool. Um, so that's why I feel like for you, it's like loving and nurturing yourself, self-love, self-acceptance is so important here, because if you were somebody who didn't believe in yourself, Aquarius, which I know you're not, you definitely do believe in yourself, but when those attacks come in, they try to plant doubt in your mind. That's what the swords are. They try to attack you. They try to steal your joy and happiness. And you have to say, you know what? Joy and happiness is in here, and it's in here. It's in your heart and in your mind. And of course, in your soul, if you believe in souls, which I do. So if they are not reciprocating that, if they're not understanding that, then good luck. Good luck. But it's funny. It's so funny. I love when people show me like their true colors. And I'm like, wow, you're a real rainbow of fun, aren't you? Like, oh my. Woo, you're a feisty one. But like, that's that energy where you're like, okay, like 9 of Wands, like Dwight here on his farm at the Beats farm, right? It's like, I'm watching my back now, because I know I see what you're doing. When my back is turned this way, and I'm headed. Whoa, hold on. Yeah. So, but yeah. So, it's like you're watching your back now. Like when you're like looking forward this way, and you're planting seeds, and you're farming your land, and you're like doing your own thing, and then all of a sudden, stab, stab, stab. then it's like now you have to be vigilant. Now you have to watch your back because you know what kind of energies you're dealing with. Like that's why Dwight's eyes are like, I'm watching my back now, right? So, yeah, and I feel like Aquarius, while you're like planning your celebrations, or you already had your celebrations, but either way, this is your birthday reading. So, whatever it is, like, you know that there's not going to be people who want to celebrate, but you're not surrounding yourself with those energies. You're saying, no, thank you, right? Like, okay, no. And then you're going to go and you're not going to lose sight of what's important to you, Aquarius, which is celebrating your life, right? Enjoying your life. You're an important person, Aquarius. It's 2025. Like, you get to have fun. You get to smile. You get to self-love. You get to self-express. And those that are saying, no. I want to fight you. Let's go. No, I have people for that to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a good team on my side. I'm not putting up with this. And they're just going to have to deal with that. They're just going to have to deal with that. And that's because you, Aquarius, put yourself into a position where you're secure and you're safe and you have the right to feel safe and secure in your own home. Okay. Queen of Wands. Yeah. So we'll leave off with this Queen of Wands here. Okay. Again, look, she's tamed the beast. There she is with her own dragon. So while you have other people fighting you and trying to turn into these dragon, fire breathing, toxic energies, monstrous energies, you already know how to tame a dragon. You already know how to secure your place of power and control in your own life. And you already wield that magic and that light within yourself, Aquarius. And it's a soulful, beautiful place to be. And you already won. Ace of Swords, you already won. So there's that feeling that, even when you're trying to celebrate and it's your birthday and you're trying to live your life, you already know, like, by now that other people are not going to care and that they're not going to respect that. And that's when you have to say, like, I don't care if you respect it or not, but there is a way of doing things, and people have a right to feel safe and secure in their own homes and have a right to defend themselves and a right to fight for what they deserve, like basic human needs. And you have a right to celebrate your life, Aquarius. You have a right to love yourself. You have a right to safety and security in your own home. Okay, so that's my message for you, Aquarius. Is happy birthday, love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.